Happy finally Friday.
Yes.
Friday,
Yes.
Friday.
I love being with this team.
Oh, I know you.
It's like you see us every day.
No, just once out the week.
Right. We see Andre every single day.
Every
He
single
loves
day,
us.
multiple times a day. Happy Labor Day weekend.
I'm so excited. I will not see y'all on Monday, and I hope you guys do not call me.
I mean, if nothing urgent comes up, we're always on call.
We are always
but
on call.
We are
You're
a
real
24/7
fast, yeah.
operation.
I know. I got on my Green Book T-shirt, paying homage in case anybody's traveling Labor Day weekend.
I
and
love
the Green
that
Book.
movie. I don't know much about the actual Green Book, but I love the movie.
I heard the movie wasn't that good.
I thought it was good.
Oh, I didn't see it, so I
You
don't
know what? Mahershala Ali can do no wrong, so just watch it for Mahershala. To me.
I have to check it out.
Alright.
No, Green Book. Shout out to Trap Politics if you want to get the shirt. Trap Politics on Instagram.
The Negro Travelers.
You know what? If you guys just want to send us merch in general.
Yeah. Send it, Michigan Chronicle. I'm a size extra large.
Studio
Any
1432,
graphic tee, you send it.
And we will plug it.
Definitely highlight on the show. Well, we have a lot of things to get into today. We're talking Martin Luther King Jr. getting on a video game. We're talking high school in Ohio being put on a national scale by ESPN. There's questions of whether or not it's a real high school at all to start with. But we are kicking it off with a case in Chicago, Illinois, a unique case that Andre brought to us. An unvaccinated mom lost parental custody of her 11-year-old son. Her name is Rebecca Furlett. Because she is, again, not vaccinated, and a judge ruled that the environment was not safe for the 11-year-old son to be in. Now, she is appealing the decision, but currently, as of right now, she can only talk to her son on the phone and send care packages. Now, her reason for not getting the vaccine is because her doctor did not recommend it because she has certain underlying health conditions. And so, with that being said,
I think it's bizarre.
Yeah.
So I think right now where we're starting to get into is like this is becoming an issue, right? I feel like for me, when I was reading about the story, they said that Judge Shapiro actually made the decision to do it. It wasn't actually on the helm of her ex-husband, who even brought it up as an issue.
yeah, the husband didn't think it was an
Yeah,
issue
the
until
husband didn't think it was an issue. So for me, it sounds like a personal preference about Judge Shapiro because, as we know right now, it's not something that's federally mandated. So I feel like if it's not a law, then by law, a judge cannot reprimand not having something that's not your preference. It's still a preference.
I think it's one's choice, and I think recently the FDA approved that the Pfizer vaccine is but everything from the CDC is a recommendation, right?
Yes.
And so for this judge, I think this judge, quite frankly, outside of journalistic speaking perspective, I think this judge overstepped their bounds, right?
Absolutely.
Because look, we're not talking about the case of the child being abused by the parent, or maybe the judge looked at it as, this child's in an unfit home or situation. We're talking about one's health and the decision that they should be able to make the decision of their health on their own personal basis. I think we're going a little bit too extreme here. I think this judge overstepped the bounds, and I think there may be a report that the judge may soon reverse this decision. And, I mean, and of course, your other judicial peers are going to be looking at this as well.
I'm not sure if the
that's the thing with law. That's the thing with law. You have to do stuff based on the legal precedents. When there's no precedents, it's kind of hard to set that precedent. I guess that judge decided that's what they wanted to do. But I think it's with, you have workplaces requiring people to get vaccinated in order to show up to work. I think the judge was probably leaning towards that line of not only protecting the child, but hey, these workplaces are, mandating, employees to come in.
No, but you're not going to mandate. It's a slippery slope because you're not going to mandate that I have it in my home.
I don't think they can ever fully. I think they could try, but I don't think that you could ever fully mandate something that we don't know everybody's health situation.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I would be interested to seeing the terms of the custody of where this even came up as an issue. It kind of just sounds like the judge was like, "Are you vaccinated?"
But how do we know the father? Aside from this whole COVID situation, how do we know the father is in good health? Are we checking his health record?
It's funny because the hearing was actually in regards to child support. And that's what even Rebecca, she was throwing off. She was like, "Why are you asking about if I'm vaccinated?" She was like, "No, because again, her underlying health conditions." I think it's different if you have a legitimate health reason why you're not getting vaccinated.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be held against you.
It
shouldn't be held against you even if you don't have a reason. But still, especially if you have a health reason, You can't.
I mean,
you
so-
can't change your health like it's.
It's a slippery,
underlying
it's a
condition.
slippery slope because you are really saying, you know what, you about to lose your child
Oh,
if
no.
you
Yeah,
don't
lose
get
your
vaccinated.
child. You're gonna get
All right?
vaccinated.
I think it's sending the wrong message. One, and similar to what Andre said, outside of integrity, I do feel as though that it has now come down to an issue of human right, which is something that we've been seeing being argued on CNN day after day after day. Everybody's like, is it legal or is it justifiable for people to verify or mandate vaccine?
Yeah, but I think we can't put all on the judge too. Like some has to be put on the dad too as well, because the dad is siding with the judge. Like,
well,
is that you don't want your kid to see their mother?
Was he
like,
the one that was at risk for child support?
no, I think they both had joint custody.
I mean, but the dad
So-
agrees to the
But
court.
if
You don't
he-
challenge the court. Well, not in
Yeah.
the moment. You may
You're not
appeal.
gonna challenge
but-
somebody being on your side, essentially.
Exactly, but
But
the mother- the
to be on my
mother
side
could.
to the point to where my son never gets to see his mom, like not to that
Exactly.
that
No,
point.
not to
Well,
that
that's when
extent.
that's when you file an appeal.
Which she did, by the
And
way.
I would hope that her ex-husband would be on the appeal with her or be on the side of the appeal with her. Like, yes, he might have to continue to pay child support, but I can't be held. I'm not a bad mother, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I think
We're
there's a
not saying
difference
that.
between an employer recommending that or demanding that you be vaccinated versus a judge coming down on you saying, you know what, because you're not vaccinated, you lose your child. I think that's pushing it way too far.
It's getting really
And
sticky
look,
out here.
For the record, I encourage people to get vaccinated. I'm not mandating it on anybody. I'm vaccinated, but that's one's choice, and it's one's freedom to be able to choose.
Yeah, well, speaking of legal proceedings, the Ohio governor has launched an investigation into Bishop Sycamore High School. Now, before this week, you probably didn't know what Bishop Sycamore was. You probably thought it may have been a person. But Bishop Sycamore had a football game against IMG Academy where they lost 58-0.
Apparently.
And after the loss was so bad, someone dug into who Bishop Sycamore claimed to be, and there's no record of them in the Ohio High School Athletic Association. There's no record of them in the Ohio Department of Education. And this game was just somehow aired on ESPN because they thought
Shout out to
that there
people
was
of
a...
Bishop Sycamore because y'all got off. Because when
Did they really get off? They lost 58-0.
Well,
Hey, guess who's on
But
the
they got
team?
the platform. They got the platform.
Listen.
Okay, so this is what I read about the story, right? So the reason why I said they got off is because this is not the first time that they've done it. So they were under another name before, which was like Christians of Faith Academy, that was also in Columbus, Ohio. So 5 out of the 8 people who claimed to be executives for the team for Bishop Sycamore were also part of Christians of Faith
But this
Academy
was a
that didn't
team.
exist.
This is a team of 19 to 20-year-olds going up against 15 to 17 to 18-year-olds.
And not a real
and they're,
team.
but they're in a town in Ohio that no one knows. So to be able to put
Columbus
yourself
is known.
It's
Not
I
like
mean,
that,
it's
but-
known,
People know Columbus. You know Columbus, Ohio.
No.
No, Columbus, Ohio, but who's going
You know
there?
the Ohio State.
No.
Oh my goodness.
But
Maybe it's because I went to school in Ohio that I just know what Columbus
nobody
is.
just
Like,
up and
here's
being
the
like,
thing.
Hey, let's go to Ohio real quick.
isn't Columbus the capital of Ohio?
I don't know.
I feel like it's definitely the capital of Ohio. Quote me if I'm wrong,
What
but
the
I think
capital
that's
of Ohio
Cincinnati.
is.
Maybe
Cincinnati's not the capital. It's definitely Columbus.
no one really knows about
Bishop
that. but-
Sycamore, listen, let me tell y'all
Bishop
something.
Sycamore. They may want to
That
add
was-
this city in Ohio because
Yeah.
everybody knows about you now.
You might want to make it a team now. I think for these days, we got to think about, like, I don't think they went in there with this legit idea that they were going to be remembering the Titans. They just went in there because they were trying to
They just
have
wanted to
fun.
play ball.
Yeah,
Oh.
they wanted a platform, and we know right now it's all about being viral and being a sensation and quick instant gain and gratification, and that's what they got. ESPN covered it. It's
But what does this say about ESPN? They're
Well,
the
let's
world
get to
wide
that.
media.
Let's
Yeah,
get to
come
that.
on,
ESPN
gentlemen.
I
should have
wanted-
did their homework.
I want to say ESPN should have done their homework, but we're also living in a day and age where you probably don't have a full newsroom feel of the office space at ESPN. So hey, let's just put something to fill some content and get some viewership because they probably need some content. And
But even speaking of
they
content,
needed some room to
as a commentator on the game, even the commentators couldn't pull up facts about the players on the other team because they didn't know who they were. They were literally calling the game
So
blind.
it was some
Like,
intern behind the scenes who probably just plugged in this
It was
content.
some internal miscommunications, and so that just goes to show you sometimes we are not perfect as journalists. We do make mistakes, but ESPN should have done their research.
Look, I was with my dad over the weekend, and we were at a restaurant, and they had the television on. It was on ESPN on all the channels, and I said, "Oh wow, I didn't know ESPN show like little kids playing baseball. It was like really a thing."
That was Little League.
That was a Little League
baseball.
I have not seen that in so long.
It
I'm
literally
like,
comes on every year, Andre. Like
I
Little
don't
League
even
comes on
think
every
I
year.
have the ESPN channel.
well,
I
I'm
don't
sure.
even. I don't. Know. I feel so
Yes.
lost in this
Ashley's
conversation.
not the
I'm
biggest
like,
sports fan.
uh-huh.
Like if you say she probably barely recognizes touchdown.
But it almost just seems like for ESPN, if a kid was just probably throwing a bat throwing a ball just regularly at a park, they'll probably cover it too.
No, I think the attraction was the IMG Academy because they're the #2 ranked high school program in the nation right now. So they have a lot of.
And they played a fake team.
Listen, to be fair, ESPN didn't schedule the game. They just broadcasted it. Somebody else scheduled the game. So it's like.
But even for that, like if I'm the #2 in the country or in my division or whatever it's called, region, and no one did their research to see what we were up against, that says a lot because wouldn't you be studying? Don't y'all like study plays or something from the other team or look at their stats, what they're usually good at?
Yes,
For me,
and that's not the most dangerous part.
ESPN got hacked.
Yes, and the dangerous part was this was Bishop Sycamore's second game in a week. Like they played 2 games in like 5 days.
And that's why
That's
I'm
not
saying,
safe either. Even if you're a grown man, they don't do that in the NFL. Like
Someone's
that's not
someone's
safe.
not
with
paying
that being
attention.
said, I'm like Bishop Sycamore. I think they did what they set out to do, which was go viral.
Viral. Yes.
And
Speaking of
Congratulations to you.
yes, and speaking of games and going viral, Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, that Martin Luther King Jr. is now featured on Fortnite.
That's a mess. I'm sorry. There's just nothing I can. That's a mess.
Yeah, so there's a feature on the Fortnite game to where you can, whoever your character is, can go to the March on Washington virtually, watch the full I Have a Dream speech, create your own, signs, I guess interact with other players, and they also have a badge for it. It's called DC63, which I guess the March on Washington, Washington.
Yeah.
So they have different badges and different game features centered around Martin Luther King.
Yeah. I'm gonna come.
They wanted to get
full.
certain things right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before they got it,
certainly.
before they got it real
Yeah.
Before
wrong.
they had everything goes wrong.
I'm like, what was the reason? What
Like,
was
who
the
asked for
reason?
this? Who
What was
asked
the
for
reason?
it?
I don't know. I think in this day and age, right now, people are looking for a lot of ways to support the Black community, and I'm gonna just say, Fortnite, this ain't it, boo. This is not it at all. Like,
Well, maybe they thought
we
that Martin
don't
Luther
need
King
to
could be
see-
fighting people.
But the civil rights movement wasn't fun.
like a
Like
serial-
people out here getting beaten,
I'm
getting
just trying to figure
water
out what is the
hosed,
rationale for
getting
any
bit
of
by
this.
Let
dogs.
me tell you, I feel like in no sense of respect at all, can you make anything about civil rights to a
Video game. It's not entertainment.
Here
Like
it
it's
comes,
not
and you can smile
entertainment.
on her pictures. You know why? Because what funny.
Nothing was funny.
Nothing was funny.
I mean, does Fortnite have like black characters?
The black community actually is not that big of a fan of Fortnite because they steal all the dances from black creators
Off
and then
TikTok.
incorporate them to the Fortnite dance,
And they don't give
and
them
they don't give them
credit.
credit,
Or
or they
more
don't give
than
them a
they
check
can.
or nothing
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, so Fortnite, you're probably about to get canceled.
Yeah.
Cancel.
It's a no for me, dog. I don't know why. And didn't you say they were doing like a whipping move?
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's I don't play Fortnite, so I don't know. But apparently there's like a whip dance move or something that you were able to do on the March on Washington. Like you were whipping during the rally on the March on Washington,
That to me
which they have
doesn't-
now banned. But still, the whole thought process, like no one asked for this.
At all.
Like, what?
Take it away.
Somebody sat at the table with executives around the table and said, "You know what Fortnite needs?
March on Washington.
Martin
So
Luther
there
King."
are actually fighters that are whooping Martin Luther King.
No,
What?
not whip. The whip
No.
is like a dance move. I don't play Fortnite. They're not whipping Martin. They're playing the actual video.
How
for
far
this.
off I am from Fortnite or any video
We don't play
games.
video games,
No.
y'all. Nobody was whooping Martin Luther King. Andre.
Oh my goodness.
We're done.
Maybe I think it was the whip dance move. I
Oh,
think
the
that's
whip
it. Yeah.
That's even worse. Imagine somebody, Martin Luther King, up there giving the "I Have a Dream" speech, and somebody busts out with the "nay nay." That's just disrespectful.
Well, why are you
Like,
laughing?
what?
Let me console you.
It's hilarious. OMG.
Fortnite, you gotta do better.
You gotta do
That's
better.
Do better.
Do better.
Yeah, again, we need to get them up out of there, please. Because
It's
it's
funny, but you gotta do
I
better.
don't know why it's so funny to me just about Martin Luther King giving this like in the speech, and somebody just break out with the
Or do the what is it, the floss dance? Where they
yeah, like I'm
I have
crying.
no comment.
Why would that even be necessary? Like y'all have to get better people on your teams.
Please.
Don't just hire people to have them there. Train them. Do some sensitivity training, some diversity training. Make better decisions.
Like these kids will
Maybe
definitely
not
learn
at
about
Martin
Martin Luther
Luther
King
King.
in school at some
Yeah,
point.
that's
I would
right.
hope. Like that's what
the
schools
parents do
are
their
for.
job. Yeah,
Stay in
yeah.
your lane with the entertainment. Don't swerve into history because
Yeah,
that's just not. It's
that's
not
not
the
your
thing.
Please don't swerve.
Please don't swerve.
If you guys didn't know, Alan is the executive producer of Final Friday.
Yeah, we don't have credits yet, so nobody would know that. But it's fine. We just make it happen. It's a team effort.
Yes.
It's just a collaboration,
And now you can
collaboratory
feel good
thing.
about enjoying your long 3-day weekend.
But enjoy your 3-day weekend. We will again be back next week as always. Make sure you check us out.
Be safe.